Hey everyone, Jamie Phillips, Action Auto Parts. Monday here at the junkyard, and this is a video that in my mind I've thought that someday I would have to try to make, and but I never wanted to. And that is the fact that Saturday evening I had to put Barney down. I'll show you here. I'm pulling down through the field, but Barney lived in that trailer that you can see, and he would come across the yard here next door, and about right in there, the ditch line. It's not really deep. The neighbors keep it mowed, but Barney had been getting really feeble, and to the point that his back end, you could tell he was losing all of his muscle mass. He was getting real thin in the back, and but he was eating 2 cans of food a day and treats and all that kind of stuff. So he had an appetite and was eating, but those muscles were just deteriorating, it looked like. And like my wife said, you know, maybe he had cancer, I don't know. But so he had gotten really bad in the last week. He went back down in the woods with me the other night when I had some kids up there digging some geodes, and I didn't think I was ever going to get him back up out of there. And so Saturday, he was waiting on me like normal for his breakfast, and I fed him. And he followed me around some, but Saturday, just about from the word go, I was busy. Had as high as 5 customers at a time in here pulling parts, so I was trying to maneuver around, check on everybody, loan them a tool if they needed it, answer questions, because sometimes they'll see something else they want. And of course he was trying to follow me, and if I got too far ahead of him, I could hear him barking. And so he finally laid down by that boat that I'd gotten in there on up, say 1:30, 2 o'clock, and didn't follow me no more. I made this same video Sunday, and I got to crying so hard, and I'm gonna try to make another one. So I would, as I've said before in videos, I would feed him just as I was getting ready to leave, so he would be busy eating so I could get the gate shut and go up the road, because I was trying to keep him off the blacktop. And if he follows me to the gate, then he wanted to walk up the road. But if he sees that I'm leaving, he cuts back across the field, and that kept him off the road. So I done that Saturday. I normally close at 3. He was sitting at the back of my row back on the ground, and I went over and sat down on the ground with him and loved on him and talked to him, and he was just eating it up, just loved the attention. But in my heart, I really felt like that the time was getting pretty close. Was why I wanted to stay with him. But I had told the wife we would go out and eat, so I went home, and Anthony and Sammy had called me, and they had gotten that Dodge truck. And so he said, hey, while I've got it loaded, do you want it? He shot me a price. I made the deal, and he said, well, I'm on my way with it, because he said it's still on my truck. So as he's on his way, as I'm coming out the road, I was like, God, please don't let Barney see me going by, because he'll come down and then I won't be there but a few minutes, and then I'll be going back. And I just hated to see him struggle the way that he was. So he was across the road from where he lives, in the ditch across the road, using the bathroom. But he did see me. So we get here, and Anthony's going to unload the truck. I'll turn the phone back around, but we're sitting on a slope. His row back, something's been going on with it. He tried to explain it, and I don't know. But anyway, it died before he could get the truck all the way off, and it wouldn't start back. and I could hear Barney barking. So we sent Sammy in my truck that I'm in here to go get another jug of diesel. He said, well, maybe if I put some more in it. It had, I don't know what it was, but anyway, she went to get 5 more gallons of diesel. And I kept telling Annie, I said, man, I don't know why Barney just keeps barking so much. And so, my chest is hurting a little bit. Y'all, I'm sorry. So the woman that lives next door, she come pulling up the drive here. And she said, who do I get a hold of about that old white dog? And I said, well, what's going on? I keep hearing him barking. And she said, well, he's got down in the ditch and he can't get up. And I went down there to try to help him. And he tried to bite me. And I said, well, I'll call the guy that passed away. I'll call his daughter, but I'll come up. And I called. She didn't answer. I left her a message. So Anthony walked up there with me, and he was excited to see me, and he was heading this way. So I tried to coax him into getting up and was going to try to get him to walk back to his house with me, and he couldn't get up. He would try, and it was just it. I mean, he just barked. So I sat down by him and I was patting on him and loving on him, and man, he was eating it up. And so I got back up. I tried to get him to get up again, and he couldn't. So I went to try to help him, just as easy and gentle as I could. And he snapped at me, and Barney's never tried to bite me. And it was almost instantaneous. He like, oh, Daddy, I'm sorry. He didn't bite me, but he got close, and it wouldn't have hurt probably if he did. But anyway, he started licking my arm and like he was trying to apologize. So I tried a couple more times, couldn't get a hold of the daughter. I'm sorry. Daggone it. So anyway, Sammy got back. I had her bring my truck up, and I had my pistol with me because I couldn't pick him up. He was hurting, and it's like, do I try to pick him up, load him up, take him to town, call a vet in because they're all closed, get him out of the truck, or just do what I thought that I needed to do? And hang on. Okay, so I'm gonna try to finish this real quick. So I done what I felt like I had to do because I loved him. And so put him down. And some people may not understand about dogs. Some people says they're just a dog, but they're more than that. And I laid down beside him, and I put my arm on his side so I could make sure he wasn't breathing. And just kind of held him and told him I was sorry. And I loved him. So Sammy and the guy that lives next door helped me get him in a real big construction trash bag, and brought him down, and I put him in the building back over there. And then Sunday after church, my brother come out and helped me, and we buried him right here. He liked this area. He came over and drank out of the little spring, and I left a little extra dirt so if it settles. And that white stone is just it's just temporary. I got a good friend that runs a monument place, and they make little small flat stones for pets. They're not real expensive. So I'm going to have one made for him. I still haven't heard from the guy's daughter. I sent her a detailed text the best that I could. Today's been hard. It's my first day here that he's not been here. I've I've been busy. Well, backing up, I had a doctor's appointment, so I didn't get here till after 12 o'clock. And I had a customer waiting on me. So I've been a little busy. I had, kind of like the old days, I had probably 25 messages to answer. So I've been busy. But I swear it's like, I look up and I can see. I look up and I can see him walking around. And it's going to take some getting used to. Because he was my buddy. And Barney didn't like a lot of people. But he loved me. And I loved him. And I know a lot of you all made comments, and I know, Tony, you did all the time. And, crap, I should have kept yesterday's video. It was better than this one. But I just wanted to let everybody know that approximately 18-year-old didn't hardly have a tooth left in his head. Ornery old fart when it come to letting other people pat him. But spoiled rotten, fussed with me all day long. He was my buddy. And I loved him. But he's gone. I had to lay him to rest. It was one of the hardest things that I've done in a long, long time. So, if you made it this far, watching a 62-year-old guy blubber over a dog, I thank you, and Barney thanks you. God bless.